It's such a good feeling to know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling. Oh shit. And charge it. That's what I meant to do. Happy Sunday. I was doing a bit of research. See if anybody stops in for Sunday morning. If not, then that's fine too. um, I was doing a little bit of research, like I said. And um, well, I did come across a story where uh, these people who that one was. I mean, I'm definitely going to do more of a deep dive into this. Not the one. Well, I might mention it in here, but um, wow, what a story it is. It's about like uh, really, it's really surprising to me. But I did a little research on, because it's Sunday. And so I researched a little bit on the Bible. Now, I was curious about the whole, the whole, Satan being cast out of heaven. And Lucifer is light bringer. That's different, huh? Describes a star that had fallen from the sky to the earth. The star is given a key to the bottomless pit and proceeds to release a horde of tormenting locusts. If Satan could be the star that fell from heaven. Hmm. Now, did it say that 12 others came down with him? Um, his angels were cast out with him. Was it 12? I know they say a third of angels. And they say a third. Hmm. Is it true that Satan wasn't mentioned until the New Testament? He led an unsuccessful revolt in heaven, and his followers were cast out. We read, then war broke out. Michael and his angels battled against the dragon. The dragon and his angels fought back, but they did not prevail, and there was no longer any place for them in heaven. The huge dragon, the ancient serpent, who is called Devil and Satan, who deceived the whole world, was thrown down to earth, and its angels were thrown down with it. So the battle between them is supposed to take place in Revelations, but that would be in heaven. Diablo in Greek is accuser in a court of law. It can also mean a military, political adversary. Satan accuses Job of loving God only because Job has richly blessed by God. I'm just trying to figure it out, you know? Peter is called Satan when he refuses to judge by God's standards. That makes me like curious. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm always walking on eggshells because I'm like, maybe I shouldn't even talk about. I mean, everything I seem to do is such a difficult thing for anybody to, just allow somebody to do something and, ignore somebody that's not even bothering them. But of course, they're like, poke, 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 I poke an eye out, or whatever you say. So, anyway, in my research, because lately I've been wondering why Jesus would have said, my God, why have you forsaken me? Apparently, it wasn't, Father, why have you forsaken me? It was, my God, my God. I think it was in like Aramaic or something. He said it. I don't think it was in English, but so as it turns out, Jesus would study the Old Testament, and Psalms were like songs for, you know, the Israelites, Hebrew, Jewish people. So it seems like he resorted in the ninth hour after, being in a lot of pain and suffering and weak, that in a loud voice, he decided to sing. It's a psalm. It's Psalm 22. And it begins with, my God, why have you forsaken me? So he was remembering back to, his biblical teaching and the things, that was at the depth of his suffering. And those words were actually first uttered by David. So my I've got my answer for that one. I guess he was singing. Sounds, like an agonizing prayer of David, expressing in the first place his own experience of feeling abandoned by God. Here is the most intense suffering God's servants can know, not just that enemies surround him. His body was in dreadful pain, but he feels that God does not hear him and does not care about his suffering. And this is not just the experience of David, it is the experience of all of God's people in the face of terrible trouble. And we wonder how our loving Father can stand idly by when we are in such distress. Yet even in this extreme distress, David never loses faith or falls into complete hopelessness. His anguish leads him to prayers, and the first words of the prayer are, my God, meaning that even in his suffering and wondering about the ways of God, he does not let go of his knowledge that God is his God. In the midst of his anguish, he articulates that faith. So, and I was wrong. I really didn't really commit blasphemy from that. I think blasphemy, from what I understand from my research, was is if you really deny God and you're like, God didn't do that, and that's blasphemous. He didn't, part the Red Seas or make this miracle. Where I'm very accepting of miracles and personalized miracles and things like that. So, I think I am right with him. But I did look up karma, and I myself don't believe in karma, but it's really not good. Like, these people can keep saying, I wish death on this person, I wish death on that person. I mean, really, like I've said before, I truly feel sorry for anybody going through any kind of horrific experience, especially a person with a child going through an illness, There's nothing in my heart that would, people shouldn't twist, somebody saying it's not impossible. I mean, look at Gypsy Rose case. That's what I said. So, I mean, seriously, now to be wishing me the most, to just be, you obviously had some kind of a issue with me before I even ever heard of yourself. I mean, because you're really not going off your rocker. But I don't believe that I got cancer or anything else from karma. Because in reality, karma is like something that's, well, these people who are saying, wishing all this karma on me, are also running around like they're, good Christians, right? But that would mean that there's, karma is really kind of based on um, reincarnation beliefs. So, nowhere in the Bible does it mention karma. I find it crazy that I'm being the one being accused of the LGBT thing going on, and now like the person who they were, harassing me with sits with people who sit with people who said those horrible things about both of us, and is just letting me take the fucking rap for this thing. I mean, I am definitely all about private stuff. Prudently, you never offered your son to come here and fix my car. That'd be ridiculous. And it wasn't May when that came. Prudently, just stop, because you know what another sin is? Being motivated to do kind things, but what your motivation is. Like your motivation was obviously 13 days later to start, using it to tell, say I had no integrity and I need help mentally. Don't diagnose me, lady. Honestly, do not. You are in no place to judge me. You really are not. Sitting in a live stream with somebody talking about saying I'm wearing a wig and it's probably as nappy as my bush. Do you feel okay with yourself, lady? Aren't you the lady who was doing Bible study? My God, you should be ashamed of yourself. Truly. But disclaimer, I do not own all of the audio contained within this video, but I am going to play it within the Fair Exact guidelines. Not because it enrages me, but because it's disgusting, and I think people should hear how disgusting people are. And, so disclaimer, I do not own all of the audio contained within this video, but I am going to use it within the Fair Exact guidelines. It has been altered in speed and is being used for commentary and educational purposes only.
Like, that's so annoying that she always refers to herself as the bartender.
I don't always refer to myself as the bartender. I don't always refer to myself as the bartender. Now, she's a half an hour in. Now, at the end of the video, she says, just because we talked about her for a half an hour, but for an hour it was about other things. Obviously, it isn't. Okay. I think it's gross that you're pretending that Ellen sent you like some kind of a DICK pic. That's really gross. And so we've got What's Up saying, this is the same person who, thinks I'm talking always about sexual things. Okay. This is supposed to be a man, by the way. Mandy Hopkinson turned out to be another two-faced CUNT talking about Mary and Meth G's. That must be their dealer, Meth G. People, OG and stuff. That must be their dealer or something. And then going into Mary's live saying hi, then ran and told Meth G right after she got blocked. Bama Bell. Every hour on YouTube. I'm really surprised, but anyway. $5 Tommy called her Meth G. LOL. What's limp? Yeah, all the dudes that go to Meth G's are bitches. She times them out constantly and they come right back in like cuckolds. I don't know. That is, isn't that like something sexual to be cuckold? And then calling somebody a C-U-N-T? I mean, are you gonna be alright over there, Mr. Obsessed?
Anton, which ones do you like? Most of them were done in jail. Oh, I mean, by a 7 to 12-year-old child.
I never said they were done by a 7 to 12-year-old child. I never said that. Why would there be 7 to 12-year-old kids in jail? The fuck?
But no, most of them were done in jail. This one was not. A lot of them were from jail, but like
Yeah,
stars, those were
I can
added
tell.
in when I gotta read it. There's the kitty.
Oh my god.
The other calf, back of my calf.
Well, what's up? Just fucking hawks my live streaming is. He's always in Meth G's along with Rob Barnes, Coward, Secular, and Mr. Tim. They get treated like bitches by Meth G. Well, you know what, Slim? You're actually a little bitch. They are, you are, and they stick around. Only bitch dudes would stick around. Only bitch dudes would do what you're fucking doing. You're fucking wacko, man. Wacko. Obsessed Monday.
One's gonna have my birthday in initials, and the other Hello Kitty's gonna have my daughter's birthday in initials. And then I have to figure out, I'm gonna do a tattoo for each one of my boys as well. Like a mat.
I don't know where she comes with 7 or 12-year-olds in jail. That doesn't even. I never said there were 7 and 12-year-olds in jail. That doesn't even make sense.
Like, matching for me. Boys, I'll probably just get 3 single tattoos. I sent the unedited pic to 2 people. I sent it to Scout. They claimed their name was Steven, and at first I was thinking, oh.
Why, I don't even understand why he's talking about Mandy
MSG has that,
that's her dealer, I guess.
Steven 7-pounder or whatever, but I haven't seen him lately. So I was thinking maybe him, but I highly doubt it because how the F are they're both 586 area codes.
Well, there is such thing as spoof numbers, but I blocked Steven.
And then in the first text I received months ago, when I first had an issue with Ellen, like I said, it was a 586 area code, and the person said their name was Jax.
Oh, so obviously somebody trying to harass people that were in my channel. I'm really thinking Vern is a big part of all this shit, but
JAX. And I find it funny that these are names of people that are active in the community. So it's almost like, is Ellen trying to pass it off on someone else?
No, it sounds like you are. Like, why would Ellen be her purpose to send you stuff like that?
Or
I noticed when Prudently was in there, she didn't defend fucking Ellen it up.
Is it because like I even Googled the phone number, but it doesn't like
It's probably a spoof number. I mean, come on, use your head. It's from yourself.
that.
Probably. Who knows? I don't know.
No, I
Yeah,
mainly
what's
did it
limp? He knows because it's probably from him. It's a text app, obviously.
because I wanted you to look at the hand tattoo because like I said that would tell right then and there if it were someone else's wiener pic. Because whoever it was, I didn't block them and they haven't messaged me again. So
What's limp? Who says I talk sexually about everybody? Says it was probably Ellen's DICK. Why is this supposed man harassing women and talking like that? Or he was harassing men too. Who the hell does this guy think he is? The toughest W avatar going? God. Jesus Christ, man. What did Ellen do to this
I know
girl?
what's up. That's why I said she's not Ellen. She's really Ellen. Just like Tracy is really Travis.
Why would I be really Travis? Why would Ellen be really Alan? Are you like imagining us in some kind of way? What's limp says she looks like a hermaphrodite. What a fucking sick stalker, woman harassing freak this guy is.
And you know what's funny? So that one short I posted where, because remember Meth G tried to say that she's like, I said Chanel had pretty hair, except for her voices.
You get a problem that I said your hair looked good? I didn't say you have pretty hair. I said it looked good. I didn't say you have pretty hair. Get it straight, lady, okay?
Nice. But I think she gets confused because she clearly said that my hair was frizzy and nasty, and
Yeah, that was before when it was a different color. It looked that color. It didn't look as good as the one you're doing now. Is that a problem for you? Can you accept a compliment?
needed conditioner. And she said Mary's hair was pretty.
No, I said if somebody looks good, I have no problem saying it. Why is that a problem for these people? Have they never been kind to anybody? Unless it's like lies and they're like, oh yeah, that looks great on you, wink, wink, you know? I mean, is that why they're so untrustworthy about, I can't even understand what the, subject of contention is that they both at some point when I was watching them, there must have been two times where I said, I'll say her hair looks good. Is that, I can't even understand how that's a problem. Jeez, oh Pete, these people are like crazy in their mind. They can't even don't even want to accept a compliment and be happy about it. That's psycho. Psycho.
Hair was pretty. So that's why I'm just laughing at her like, you can't even.
What Slim said, I think it's hilarious that Meth G pretends to do fake Bible studies. First of all, I never said it was a Bible study because, well, I mean, I'm just reading. I don't even understand. So I can't. So far, their complaints are one was that Mandy came in and said hi. Some fake complaint that Ellen's out sending out, penis pics. And now their next one is that I was reading the Bible. And she doesn't even know what repent means. Simca had to explain what it meant. And he puts like 67 laughing, crying emojis. Well, first of all, it's not that funny. And it was studying. Is that a problem? I mean, I don't even understand what's the problem.
Keep your lies, bullshit straight, lady.
I can't keep my lies or my bullshit straight. So, because one day I said your hair looked good, and then when it was a different color, like prior to that, it didn't look as good. Obviously, you thought so too because you dyed it. And now it's lies and bullshit. That's your fucking problem right there. That's your own problem. That's not mine. You must, I don't know. I don't get it. I didn't say her skin was bad. I did not say her skin was bad. But what's limp, your buddy here, obviously knows how to schmooze a girl because he says, Meth G said your hair was fried and said your skin was bad. Fucking hurt balls, man. What kind of friend? What? And these are.
Hey, Sassy. Exactly what's up. Said I had talked about my teeth. Said that I was the Michelin man. I have a Goodyear tire around my waist.
But you know that was all in jest because what am I supposed to say to somebody? I don't even fucking know that has called me Meth G since you came on the scene. I don't know you, lady. You've allowed the most disgusting comments in your live stream without any kind of, I don't know, clue. It's so fucking weird. Like, I don't know. Like, who raised you?
I have giant arms, which I do. This one's not as
Actually, I said they were pretty muscular. I don't even understand like what her fucking problem is.
I mean, it's still pretty decent, but obviously you can tell I'm right-handed because this one's bigger. Oh, and then she said to be careful not to poke myself in my eye with my pen.
Because you were tapping it. It was a joke. Not a pen, it's a vape, by the way, or vape pen, I guess. But lady, it was a joke. Because you were tapping it on the steering wheel. It was a joke.
I'm sorry, Meth G, that you don't have a vape pen. I don't freaking...
Who said I didn't have a vape pen? Because I said, be careful you don't pop yourself in the eye with your vape. Do you have issues, like, out in society? Do you like just, I don't know, attack people randomly in public that you think are looking at you the wrong way or something? Is there a problem with this, or I'm not understanding like what your intent is? Like, what's your end game here? Yeah, I certainly hope it's not that you think you're like having any kind of effect on me and my psyche. It doesn't, but whatever.
Dry beg and get yourself one. I'm sure.
Dry beg and get myself one? Lady, you know that you did say you haven't done dates in a year. Dry begging, which I don't do, is fucking far better than fucking people that you don't know for money. I mean, are you really in any position? I mean, that's your own words, lady.
My pillow guy or secular.
Why are you putting down coward or secular? Oh, that's right, because they're friends with me, and your actual end game is to be part of an organized, disgusting, aggressive cyber predator gang acting like assholes.
or Mr. Tim. I'm sure one of them will feel bad and give you money. It's about that time again. Pity party time.
Do a date time.
Scarlet. Hey, Antoine, my sister lives in North Carolina.
So Meth G is denying it. It means it was wasted off booze and dope. Dope is lying, is just stupid, or all of the above. I know, right, Mr. Tim? They're really arguing over if I said that her hair looked good.
She moved there like 5 or 6 years ago. She's been there a while. She likes it.
Hi, Candy. Thank you. I appreciate that, Candy.
I have not been able to go visit yet, but I want to. It's really pretty there. You could get a free cat, like, someone would. I get so sick to my stomach whenever I hear of, like, true crime and it involves, like, foster or adopted parent.
Bama Bell says, "What's up? Meth G has really gotten extra nasty lately with her words." Do I sound extra nasty? I mean, I'm just reading what they write. So when I told Janelle that her hair looked good, I guess that was, my words getting extra nasty.
It just makes me so sad. I mean, it sucks when it's like the biological parent.
Hi, lady from London. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. That's nice of you. I'm very kind. I appreciate it. It's encouraging. I appreciate it.
But
I hope you have a wonderful day.
When a child is taken away from someone in order to be safe, but ends up getting hurt or killed by the person they're supposed to be safe with, that's beyond enraging. Bama, you ain't lying. Like I said, I was really not happy with the way that, like, she was talking about you and Gracie.
I wasn't talking about Bama and Gracie. What the fuck, man? Holy crap. Like, do these people have, like, I don't know, some kind of... Definitely they're evil, in my opinion.
That was making me...
So she's punching her fist into her palm. So even though I was reading the Bible and it was people in my live stream that were getting disgusted with the things that were being said in Mary, so they were typing some things. I didn't have a mod. And, but I was even like, to people, can you remove that comment? Can you remove that comment? No, no, no. But now, a day later, here's Janelle punching herself, punching her own hand, like a threat, pretty much, basically.
It was making me mad.
How could it be making you mad if it wasn't even happening to now?
I'm mad that easily, but that's just so disgusting to say to somebody. Like,
shut up, Janelle. I don't even know you, and I don't even know Bama Bell. I feel very sorry for her and her kid. I mean, but I don't even know these people.
Dare you, Travis?
And now she's calling me Travis?
I don't even have words.
Yeah, because there was none.
Disgusting self.
My God.
And don't ask who Travis is, Meth G.
Can you believe this?
Because it's you. Meth G, Travis, Trixie, that's you, Tracy, SG, it's you.
Do you mind if I just call you Janelle?
See how these people do to me? They're trying to dehumanize me. All I want.
Do I say they're trying to dehumanize me? Those are your words. That right there, that says that speaks volumes, what you just said. Has anybody ever heard me, first of all, sound like that? Or I've said, a lot of things they're trying to do, but dehumanize hasn't been like one that should stick out in this woman's mind as, for her to do some pathetic impersonation of her grandmother. And say, as if those are my words. Those are her words. Very, very revealing right there.
And it is for everyone to get along and to have friends.
Oh, so now she's bitching because apparently she's heard me say, I want everyone to get along. I don't want everyone to get along. I could care fucking less what everyone does. I don't have time to know what everyone does. But it's simple to stay in your own lane and just be polite and act accordingly in society. It's actually a right of people to live peacefully. It really is. It's a right. It's actually a right. I know that, right now you have a problem if people want to live peaceful. Apparently. Apparently.
No, I'm the bartender. We like people.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously anybody in the field of customer service would like people. Are you trying to let your people know that you don't like people? Because it's kind of appearing that way. The fact that I don't even know you and you're so fucking like fired up, I don't even understand it. Obama Bell said it was totally uncalled for. I've never asked for money, so I don't understand why they insist I'm lying. I never insisted you're fucking lying. What the fuck would I be getting out of it? Well, it would be money, but I've never insisted you're lying. I don't understand.
Bartender. I'm a barfly.
Well, actually, I'm not a barfly, but I don't understand what if I was a bartender or a barfly, how it would fucking affect you, but you gotta run right in with, the meth G and, make it for what? Like, I still haven't seen any complaint of yours that was valid.
Like, that's so annoying that she always refers to herself as the bartender.
I don't always refer to myself as the bartender. What is this, the fucking Big Lebowski? Am I the dude? This is another one who, man, I really believe these people believe their own lies and they what they thought was going to happen at the beginning of maybe when they were aware they were lying and being so annoying, they thought they'd be able to not become toxic and, oh, it's just funny, who cares, it's just SG. But right now at this point, it's really disturbing, Janelle, that you as a mother are sitting here calling a woman you don't even know all kinds of names and CUNTs. I mean, it's really gross. Like, what's your priorities, lady?
Like, Is that all your life accomplishments were, was to be a bartender?
No, they're not. My daughter's a triple major dean's list graduate, where I'm sure What's Lip, her father did. Yeah, her dad's let her talk to her. Shut your fucking mouth, What's Lip, okay? And no, Chosen One Community did not buy me fucking subs. Okay? Look at anybody's social blade. We all had a spike at one time. Everyone on YouTube did. Everyone on YouTube. Then it dropped right back down. Take a look at fucking Chosen One Community's proof, and on nowhere does it show my name or my channel name. Nowhere. That's not proof.
Bartending by any means, because I know you can make good money, but the way that
But SG did it, so you got to try to put it down some way. You know, oh, you're not putting down bartending by any means, but SG did it. So if SG did bartending, of course, her bartending entailed her being a barfly and, you know, I don't know, fucking people too, telling people they had nice hair. Oh, being nice, wanting everybody to get along in the bar, no bar fights. I mean, what's your complaint, lady? Really, can you like one day just see, because you're not like getting me pissed off or anything, and I'm not raging. But you're once this like there's a lot of perfect specimens for what I hope eventually this channel will achieve is exposing the adults behind the children who bully. That word would fit children. These are their, role models. That's some shit right there. Somebody who keeps calling some woman she doesn't even know some name that I've never even seen meth in the flesh. I've seen it on Breaking Bad. No matter how long I'm on, if I'm on for like an hour, I've never seen anybody look down on truck drivers, Mr. Tim. That's something new to me. I didn't know that. Probably because I've always kind of wanted to be a truck driver, but I feel like I wouldn't be, I'd be intimidated. But I always thought like women who did drive trucks were pretty cool. I've never looked down on a truck driver. So that's something I guess maybe if you feel that way, yeah, I know, but that's not all I was. I mean, I chose to do something that I loved. So that, I had a good resume for, oh, she's so stupid. She's never done medical accounting and stuff. Well, I have, but, and been the supervisor for the departments. But I didn't like it. Back then, you had to fucking dress up, wear nylons, all that shit. You worked more hours for, less money, really. It was fucking ridiculous, man. I wanted to be around my kid more and, yeah. Right. They don't, nobody really has a problem with a lot of people want to be the bartender. They admire bartenders, they admire truck drivers because it's like doing something you love. Like for me, I like driving. So, and looking at, scenery and stuff like that, that'd be nothing for me to drive overnight or even during the day, but preferably overnight because, I can red eye it, pretty good. Same with the bartender. The hours were more agreeable. Why does this woman seem to have a problem that here I am at 55 years old, mother of a triple major dean's list graduate in 4 years? That's a fucking achievement. Now she doesn't even know me, but they'll say, oh, that's not her achievement. Well, I'm damn fucking straight it is. Now I could go into, everything about me and my kid. Great stories, great parenting, I think, great parenting, okay? And idiots like this lady who has a problem if somebody says she has nice, her hair looked good. Yeah, but whatever. I'm not that mean. I mean, whatever. You act like I'm like Travel Girl Lou. Like my mouth is like hers or Mary Mary's. But, I'm sure I would sling a few. But anyway, like this lady's mad because I said her hair looked good. I don't even get this shit.
SG treats people online. I can't see her being a very good freaking bartender. Like, I'm sorry, but unless she just like flipped a switch and went to a completely opposite personality.
No, Janelle, what happened was I've always been well liked. I got cancer, and since that day, every day, there's some idiot like yourself, sometimes the same ones, sometimes new ones, talking shit. And if you think you want to say, oh, she's saying it's cancer bullying, show us where she's been cancer bullied. And while you're at it, bitch, show us proof you even ever had cancer. According to Bama Bell, anybody can wear a toboggan on their head and be in the hospital. That doesn't prove she had cancer. A toboggan on my head? Shut the fuck up, Bama. Like, shut the fuck up. What's up, said Bama? That's because its life is so miserable. No, it looks like yours is what's limp. I mean, you were there with bells on, fucking in the middle of the day. Like, okay, yeah, you work, buddy. This is like from yesterday, isn't it? I mean, like, come on, dude. Fucking psychos.
That's the only way I can see her not getting fired or getting like.
I was a bartender for fucking 30 years, lady. Yeah, I was a shit bartender. I was a shit bartender. Like, what are you, fucking stupid? But I didn't just bartend, but I can do whatever the fuck I want, lady. When I was 22 years old, I was working like 28 hours a week, bringing home like $1,000 a week and paying taxes, okay? I mean, I never had to get up to an alarm clock except on Tuesdays when, I had to be there for noon or 11:30. We would switch it off and we would split the whole bar. And man, that day I was banging. I was cocktail waitress then though. You want something to say about that? Fucking, I still remember my friend goes, hey, I was 22. He goes, hey, where I'm bouncing at, they're having their grand opening party tonight. And they could use they could use a cocktail waitress. And I was like, I don't want to work I don't want to work at a strip club, I was, that young. I had never been in a strip club. And but they were reopening it to be this man, they were fucking banging for a while. Let me just tell you. That place was fucking, I mean, because I guess the dancers that were there before were, just like, what else? Like the daytime dancers, you know what I'm saying? So they did this whole like rehaul of the whole thing, and they made the stage, in the middle. It was a big place. Stage was in the, like, I don't know what it looked like before, but had a stage in the middle with different, like, it would come on, different, I guess, what are they, stages or whatever, for the girls, like, So there's like a couple of them on stage at the same time. And the the one of the guy who's DJ was TJ, right? And he did, I guess he did the something like, I don't know. He said, like he said that one time I don't know if he like sat in for him or something happened, and whatever it was, like a recording of it or something. But that song, I think it's by Sweet, isn't it? And it's like, sweet, sweet city woman. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Oh, yeah, Mr. Tim. Yeah, and then you cut somebody off and they're like, but you got to do it right. I mean, definitely I can read people and read a room. These people are like, they can do it. But what they're doing is they're reading a person and trying to think, how can we hurt this person? How can we hurt her? That's what their thoughts are. They have no thoughts. Like, even if Janelle talks about her job, she goes, so C, meth G, some people have a job. Like, nothing that she does is the motivation is for anything for herself. It's like for just think that it's going to piss me off. And I don't know who's on whose account she's like, why she's even not counting her blessings. So she'll deny that and be like, oh, I count my blessings. See, no, you don't. You're motivated to mention them, to follow it up with C, Met, G. So your motivation for even uttering the words is fucked up. You're not motivated to do the things you do for the right reasons. You might do this, do that, but I mean, the thing is, though, is not that I'm putting you down for doing dates, but yeah, okay, so I cocktail waitress at a strip club. I wasn't naked, and you didn't have to wear any kind of outfit other than a fluorescent T-shirt because they didn't want to take any attention away from the dancers, you know, because he was there paying them too. I mean, fuck, Janine Linda Mulder, you guys know her, right? She was married to Jesse James. Um, she was really nice, by the way. We would go out to breakfast together. Raquel Darrian, um, Deidre Holland, fucking Kylina. Her name was Lisa. Um, man, she could dance. Well, I don't mean like stripper dance. Like I'm saying, she could, like we would go out sometimes, like out. That's back when people would go out to dance, like at a bar, like not, nor, whatever. And like they would say they were, based on like how they look. Like, oh, Miss Guam, right? But she really wasn't from Guam, but she was something like exotic looking. Like she was fucking beautiful. Let's put it that way. Really pretty, really pretty, and nice. I liked her. Smoked pot and stuff, and so a lot of times when we go out, she would get hit on by guys and girls, and I mean it was just like kind of nonstop for her. So then she kind of be like, "Oh, I'm with her," like kind of thing. But which I was, 22, but we were never together. But you know what I'm saying? And and then the best thing though is when if somebody would go up to her and ask her to dance. Most of the time she would say no, but sometimes she would say yes. Oh my God. You've never seen anybody clear a dance floor like her. Because she danced like the Fly Girls from In Living Color. She was badass. Yeah. Really nice teeth and stuff. Yeah. Nice. So anyhow, um, oh yeah. So my friend said, well, they need a cocktail waitress because their grand reopening is tonight, whatever. And you know, it was a whole big thing. You know, you snooze, you lose. And, yeah. So I made a shitload of money. That was like my first experience with ever cocktail waitressing or something like that. I was actually working in, I was the accounts receivable supervisor. So at that time, I had my own apartment, I had a brand new car, um, in my own apartment, and I started off as just a clerk at the kidney center, but then I was like, you know, what's this shit these fuckers are writing off? I bet I could collect it. And I was like climbing on boxes to get the papers I needed and the documentation to resubmit claims that this Dunce Fern, he was not the Dunce Fern here on YouTube, but um was writing off, write off. That's like a dirty fucking word, but so I just took their agent report and and the phone was my friend. Like I really made a lot of great contacts. And if you're not yelling at people and stuff, they basically do want to help you because it's a nice change. I remember one of the guys at the like insurance company or wherever it was I was having a call. It wasn't the patients, get money from. Because a lot of times some billing places, a lot of them too now, if they don't have somebody whose heart is in receivables, like I liked receivables but I liked to do the whole entire um, cycle of it so that I could see the money. A lot of these billing companies will put one person in charge of posting, another person in charge of coding, and then somebody in charge of when the payments come in, that kind of shit. And they don't get any kind of satisfaction of collecting something, especially if it's in the over 90s, on the aging report and soon to be written off. But man, thousands and thousands of dollars just started rolling in because I took notes. I had my Rolodex, all my contacts at every place. And the guy said, it's a pleasure. It's been a pleasure talking to you because call me again if you ever need any help, because usually I'm used to being screamed at by people. So I learned then that you get a lot of, definitely compliment people. And I always do that now. If I'm calling about a bill or something I want to resolve, I'll say, this is being recorded, right? Because I want these people to know that you do a very fine job. And, so if they are listening and if it matters at all for your job, that you do a very fine job. But anyway, from then the guy left, the supervisor, and they offered me the job, even though I hadn't gone to college. And they tried to lowball me with the money, but I said, nah, I'll just stick to do what I'm doing then with less responsibility. And they were like, no, 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 we wanted you to say that. We wanted you to refuse it. Just needed to make sure that you had, like, I, I would call it stubborn, but whatever. Uh, that I was not a pushover, basically. and somebody who wouldn't take no for an answer. That's what I'm saying. That write-off was a dirty job. Then I got headhunted from there for a better paying job from somebody who had worked for the company I was with at that time in Boston, but then she took a different position in a different company and then headhunted me, which I shouldn't have. I liked the kidney center, but I took the other job because it was, significantly more money. And for, a 19-year-old in 1987, that's how I had my own apartment and my own, brand new car and shit. And I bought a brand new 1987 Camaro. IROC hood, had all the lights inside, bright red. And so, fucking one day, right, me and my friend Cindy, uh, she worked there too at the kidney center. And the funny thing was we had been friends when we were little. And then when I moved, I hadn't seen her for years, for years. So now we were both grown, right? But she was when the ladies were telling her, oh, so the new girl is going to be starting, and they were telling Cindy about it because she was part-time there, and fucking, she goes, oh my God, I know her. I grew up with her. She goes, she's going to be so surprised when she sees me. She goes, don't say anything. Let's just see, what she says. She's going to be shocked. Well, at that time, and mind you, I still got promotions and stuff. My theory was to start every job stoned because then you look normal to them, right? Because I was always the type of person who was, a wake and baker. So, you know, these fuckers think I was some kind of slouch or something. They're fucking stupid. Like I was ever doing dates. You okay? Alrighty then. Doing dates. I've never even to put the word doing in front of date is like a foreign language to me. Why would you do a date? Go on a date? Yeah, but do dates? See, that's what I'm saying. See, that's the difference. You see? Now, I'm not trying to be any kind of way. And I try to be nice and say, oh, your hair looks good or looks better in that color. But you're still bitch. So, I may as well just fucking tell you how I'm feeling. Right? Of course, you'll interpret that as raging, whatever floats your boat or your dinghy. I don't know. But I don't care. I don't know where you live. I don't pay attention. I know you think I do, and I know you love it. Oh my God, Prudently was like in the chat going, guess we're going to be the stars on our live stream tonight. Well, they weren't. But then I thought, fuck this bitch, right? Might as well. Hey, I started the show about the Bible, but nobody wanted to join in.
You don't know what stomped out of her for the nasty, vile things she says. Because people don't like that. They really don't. Like, it's one thing to be able to say stuff over the internet, but if she were to say all that stuff to somebody's face.
Yeah, they probably would punch me out for saying that their hair looked good today. You're right about that. Yeah. I'll remember not to do that anymore.
No, it ain't gonna fly. I'm sorry. I don't care.
You know what, though? The irony of that is don't ever touch a black girl's hair. That's the irony of it. Because I was walking back, like my friend, she had brought, a couple of friends with her to, this bar I was working at. And as I was walking back behind the bar, one of her friends, obviously it wasn't her real hair. I mean, come on now. It wasn't like I was going to yank it off her head or anything, but it just looked so soft and long and straight and blonde and shiny. Obviously, I wasn't, like, I just kind of like, with one finger, I go, oh, your hair is so soft. I mean, like, it wasn't, like, it was a normal thing. Like, I don't know. Most people are like, I could, like, I know that there's times I'm going to people like, my hair's so soft, touch it. No, really, touch it. No, touch it. Smell it. Touch it. Right? Apparently. So I got like right past her, and she did that like head bobble thing, and she said, "Oh no, she didn't." And my friend, like, and she just put her hand up in front of her face and turned her head the other way, like, because that was like her place where she always hung out. And she probably, I don't think she was like, besties with that girl or anything. But the bitch kept screaming, right? So it was one of those bars with kind of, round bar and lots of seat around it. But every seat was full. And fucking, my thought is that, some people, they would come right behind the bar. And she was like looking like she kind of was like thinking of it. She wasn't drunk either because she wasn't even drinking. She was drinking water. So her presence wasn't really contributing anyway. So if she's going to make scenes, I mean, I'm not going to try to like coddle her. She's not really a customer. I mean, who goes to a bar and drinks water? Like, go home. You have water. Um, because the bar's full. I mean, it was like standing room. So somebody could use that seat, lady, with your water. But no, I wasn't even feeling that way about her because, my friend brought her there. So I was nice to her and, oh, nice hair. Big problem. And so, like I said, she was like really like yelling, you don't touch a black woman's hair. She was screaming. Like I said, my friend, she was like turned half the way. And like, and everybody is like silent, of course. And I'm thinking to myself, if this bitch comes behind the bar, I'm gonna eat, like, of course I would, like, I keep in my peripheral vision, like, what bottle I could grab the quickest. Because, behind the bar, and, and you really can't call the police because you have to be the police. Because if, you know, the cops get called like more than 3 times to a bar, you could be in trouble. So really calling the cops, that's just not an option. And it's just a stupid thing to do. I don't know. I mean, talk right now. That's my plan right now. I live moment by moment. Carpe diem. I fly by the seat of my pants. So anyway, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, how am I going to handle this situation? So Judge Judy came to my mind. Judge Judy. I remembered her in an interview saying, because we didn't have no bouncers and shit. And being she was in an interview, and somebody said to her, did they think that she was too, I don't know, whatever, brusque or whatever, And she said, look at me. Uh, if I'm not, then I'll lose control of the room. She said it's important to always have control of the room if you're the one in control, you know? Then you always have to, no matter what it takes, You know, you got to make certain that people know that you have control of the room, which is true. I mean, how's it going to look if some chick would come by behind the bar, beat up the bartender for touching her hair? That's pathetic. So I thought about my daughter, like, you know, like, not my daughter, but if she was my daughter and she was like giving me her time, not that I ever had to like do this to my daughter, but what I'm saying is because her voice just kept getting louder and louder. And so I just said, "Are you still talking? Are you still talking? No, really. Are you still talking? No, really. I'm gonna need to know why are you still talking? Why are you still?" And then I just like went like, "Why are you still here? Why am I speaking to you still?" And I just got louder than her, like not yelling in her face or anything. I just kept repeating the same thing, like, "Why are you talking? I don't understand. Why am I having to hear you? Why is your voice still here? You know, you ordered water, okay? You could go now. Bye bye. You have water at home, you know?" Not like trying to be a bitch, but the bitch was, you know, like really trying to undermine my authority. And so, like I said, you know, everybody was quiet. And then her friend was like, "Okay, let's go." Not my friend Tina. Tina, of course, didn't look at the girl at all the whole time this was going on. She just was like, "Mm-mm, I ain't getting kicked out." And so she leaves. And like I said, it was silent, you know, and you got that like couple of seconds before everything resumes. And somebody goes, "Bye, Felicia." And then the music started back up, and everybody went right back to whatever, all the talking and you hear every conversation, and you hear it well. Like, I mean, and you just know everybody. And I like being in the, you know, the cog and the wheat, like in the. I just like keeping my eye on everybody's drinks and making sure everybody's, you know, I enjoy it. I don't know why me doing a job that I enjoy and was making a living off for many, many, many years, a good living, why it would bother them so much. You'd think they'd be like, "Oh, that's cool." I don't even understand why it'd be an issue for this lady. The only issue is that to me, she sounds miserable. I don't see her laughing or smiling or recollecting any stories or anything. It's
Or
craziness.
ain't nobody like, yeah, I'm an adult, this and that. But sometimes
Bama Bell
people,
goes, but she thinks it's okay to say horrible shit about my minor kid that's sick. It's awful. I never did. All I said was, you already know what I said. I'm not gonna keep repeating the fucking shit. Sassy said she was probably a bartender at the local Eagles or a VFW with a bunch of crabby old men. Whatever you say, Sassy. Jeez, oh Pete, these people are sick. Fuck.
okay, you can try to use your voice and try to reason with people, but there's some people that it doesn't, you could talk yourself blue in the face, which is what happens with Meth G.
No, it does happen with me, but it's you guys. Now, I don't mind talking till you guys are blue in the face. Now, I won't talk till I'm blue in the face. That'd be ridiculous. But I would talk till you're blue in the face. I mean, if that's what occurs, I would think you would just simply know to just turn the channel off and not get blue in the face. You don't want to go on any kind of attacks or anything. Um, but it's quite apparent for you. You have a problem. Like, you lie about my name. That's not my name. Even though SG isn't either, but you don't have the common courtesy to just have mutual respect. I call you Janelle. I don't know. Um, it's all very strange yet eye opening at the same time that this could be the reason why, you know, each generation is getting a little less and less and less decent is because of these kind of people. Excuse me. I could never imagine, even if I ever did dates, I could never imagine being on social media. Something that's going to be there. Something that my kids' friends' parents see. And saying I did dates. I could never imagine, even if I was in jail, getting all those, and I'm sorry, tacky tattoos. I just wouldn't even get a tattoo in jail because, I mean, really, is it clean? Is it sterile? I would read. I'd never be that bored that I'd be like, okay, stick me with what you got. I just wouldn't. Now it's not a problem that you do. That's how you do your thing. You do your thing. If you don't have respect for your family and the decency to not put out there that maybe your mother doesn't want people to know that her little girl does dates. She still thinks of you as her little girl, I'm sure. Maybe your kids who don't even know what that means now at some point ever don't want to be quite defending you about that. Your mommy has dates. No, I'm going to have to kick your ass. And you're just fucking making their future difficult. As if it isn't difficult enough because you want to unload your shit. You're unloading it on them. Do you understand that? You're unloading your shit on your kids inadvertently. In my mind, I'm telling you, I'm not trying to bash you. If you have young kids that I mean, seriously, inadvertently, you're, some things are a need to know basis in life. And that comes from having respect for yourself to know what's a need to know basis. So I'm thinking that somewhere you've lost that. That's why you're more apt to want to believe that I'm lying when I say your hair looks good. You know? Um, or not even notice that I call you Janelle. I mean, but whatever it is for you, we teach best what we most need to learn, I guess. So that's why I'm trying to say these things because I learn every day. Like, I'm, but certainly I'm not on meth. So the way you keep saying that is really a reflection of yourself, in my opinion. But you can think whatever you want.
MSG. Usually those are the type of people that, like, you have to physically do something, and I'm not talking about, like, because I'm not going to be.
So that she wants to physically do something to me. Yeah. So somebody who, just like within the last, what, a year, going through their health issues and stuff, 55 years old, some woman I don't even know, she's thinking they need to do something physical about me. Now, I'm just curious. Probably I won't even get a response in here and an answer, and it'll be fodder for fools. And they'll sit there and they'll go, did you see SG asked her chat room this and nobody would answer her? Ha ha ha, they all hate her. Well, whatever, I'm going to answer it anyway. Wait. Are you guys seeing anything here? I mean, really, beyond that, I need to be physically taken care of. Like, I mean, physically. Not like, I'm sick and I need somebody to wipe my ass and stuff. I mean, taken care of. Are you guys seeing anything like that? Am I like giving that off to anybody? That you guys want to all kick my ass vibe? Because if so, I mean, I'll just kind of back off. Like, all of you. Freaks. But they're just kidding.
Used as threatening anyone here. But I'm talking like it could be physical from anything like legal action, whatever. I'm just saying. Okay.
Well, legal action isn't physical. Legal action isn't physical. If Meth G came to Detroit, CWC would curb stomp the demon. Wow, ain't that nice? Wow. I'd still go to Detroit. I'm not scared of curb stomp me. The fuck out of here.
Last I recall, I'm the one that got threatened by Steven from Wixom.
Yeah, but Steven has nothing to do with me. So what does that mean? Like, why is she trying to act like, shut the fuck up, Mr. Rourke. I've been dying for you to come in so I could block your fucking skanky ass.
Which is in Oakland County. Didn't Ellen used to live in Oakland County? Or she does? What does that Elphic say? Lyrad? Ireb? I can't even understand what he said. Oh yeah. She definitely would. What's up? Exactly, Scout. I agree. I gotta smoke some more cigarettes. Because I smoke so many. Sorry, Meth G, I'm trying to catch up.
Sorry, Meth G, I'm trying to... What the fuck, man?
Give me a second here. Okay. Let me catch my breath. Oh, but that's right. I can afford to buy my own cigarettes. I don't have to dry bake for them. Well,
I don't have to let people dry hump me or really hump me for them. Like you do.
Wait for the first or third of the month.
Wait for the first or the third of the month. Looks like you got a lot of experience in that. Janelle, you're not fooling anybody. I mean, seriously. God dang.
She's a first or a thirder. Or maybe she gets both. She might get the first and third. She be calling that. Best she be calling her late night parking lot visitor. Probably as soon as that.
I don't have a parking lot. My late night parking lot visitor. That's you, honey. See? That's you, Janelle.
Buddy hits her account on that night. Yeah, these. Well, luckily, I have a gas station right in town, or not that far, and they are like $9.76. Anywhere else, they're over like $10, like 10, 15 to
Newports are illegal here.
10.50 depending. So luckily, I got that place, and then sometimes I do have the Newport app, so like once a week I get $1 off coupon. I've tried to smoke other cigarettes, but cigarette satisfies me. That's what. Sorry, guys. I'm very tired.
Meth G started smoking in the 3rd grade, so you better start smoking more to catch up. 1 carton a day. Okay, sure. And now she's like flashing herself. On the 1st, she's going to Popeyes.
Pretty much ever since you've probably known me. The only thing different now is I wear. Man, I'm gonna pick the phone up for a minute so I can read the comments better. Because I go like that. Been using that retinol cream, so on it. That's some good lotion, and it's not that expensive too. I still can't believe that they're okay. So I paid, like I said, I can't believe there's a place that was selling them 3 for $3. Is that you, Miss G or Alan? Maybe they're sexy too. Like they were already pre-made when I bought them. Thank you, Ed Haynes. I think you're sexy too. Is that you, Miss G or Alan? Maybe it's
So they think that every sock account that goes in there is us. Every account. I don't know if their sock accounts troll. I can't see it, but apparently somebody was in there.
I really think that a lot of the trolls come from the Meth G camp. Because if you...
You're fucking stupid, lady. I don't have a camp.
Notice, like, I never really had an issue with trolls.
Obviously, I don't have a camp. Can't you tell? Can't you tell? Apparently, even people watching this, if they do like me, think that I should be physically hurt. Apparently, right? If this was, burn at the stake days, I'd be fucking gone, man. Whatever. Fuck. Doesn't matter. I'll still keep caring about the world.
Like, speaking out about MSG and shit, and Ellen. Just saying.
I don't know what Ellen did to her, but I don't think Ellen did anything to her.
If I had $1 for every time I was called ugly, I would be a millionaire. Just kidding. Yeah. Well, JC. Yeah, I'm curious who JC was. The Ashley Freeman name was interesting because I know someone.
Wow, these guys were just stalking the shit out of my channel.
Named Ashley Freeman. So, are we using people's friends' names?
I don't know. Are you? Interesting that you're asking yourself if you are. What? Everybody knows your friends' names? I don't even get these people. So anybody, I just, oh my God. Pathetic.
And that's someone that passed away from OD that I knew. So, kind of weird how they just popped up.
Kind of pathetic how you fucking just, like, first of all, that name Ashley Freeman, probably I bet you there's loads of people with that name. But even if it was your friend, nobody would know that anyway, except for you. But cool that you respected her memory. Like, whoa. Wow.
G. But you're so perfect.
Did you say Meth G? You did not.
So, kind of weird how they just popped up. Good to know, Meth G. But you're so.
What the fuck are you talking about? Good to know, Meth G. Know your fucking friends, you whack job, you psycho paranoid bitch. Now these people need to be locked up. No, really. They need to get some fucking help. They really do. They need to get help. They do.
Perfect.